Life can only be understood backward, but it must be lived forward. There are two ways to be fooled. One is to believe what is not true, the other is to refuse to believe what is true. Faith then is the nothing of anxiety. Don't forget to love yourself. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. Anxiety is the dizziness of freedom. Take a chance and you may lose. Take not a chance and you have lost already. The most painful state of being is remembering the future, particularly the one you will never have. It is better to get lost in the passion than to lose the passion. Prayers does not change God, but it changes Him through prayers. The most common form of despair is not being who you are. Do it or don't do it. You will regret both. Once you label me, you negate me. The crucial thing is to find a truth which is truth for me, to find the idea for which I am willing to live and die. Leap of faith, yes, but only after reflection. The highest and most beautiful thing in life are not to be heard about, nor read about, nor seen, but if one will, are to believe. Without risk, faith is an impossibility. I am so misunderstood that people misunderstood me even when I tell them I am misunderstood. For without risk there is no faith, and the greater the risk, the greater the faith. Be that self which one truly is. Confidence is the present tense of hope. People demand freedom of speech as a compensation for the freedom of thought, which they seldom use. Face the facts of being what you are, for what is what changes what you are. The door to happiness opened outward. The more a person limits himself, the more resourceful he becomes. Patience is necessary, and one cannot reap immediately where one has sown. The thing that cowardice fear must is decision. Whenever there is a crowd, there is untruth. To be a teacher in the right sense is to be a learner. I am not a teacher, only a fellow student. Purity of heart is to will one thing. It is not the path which is the difficulty, rather it is the difficulty which is the path. There is nothing with which every man is so afraid as getting to know how enormously much he is capable of doing and becoming. Hope is passion for what is possible. Therefore do not deceive yourself. All deceivers fear most yourself. Love is all, it gives all, and it acts all. Love believes all things and yet is never deceived. It's belong to the imperfection of everything human that man can only attain his desire by passing through its opposite. Life is lived forward but understood backward. The highest of all is not to understand the highest but to act upon it. A man who cannot seduce men cannot save them either. Happiness is the greatest hiding place for despair. This, then, is the ultimate paradox of thoughts: to want to discover something that thought itself cannot think.